y'all know when I'm by myself, this is a story time, because I be going in when baby's not home or whatever, because yes, I could just sit here and I can just talk my shit. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kelly and this is TaurusTalk. That's not even how the song goes. Anyway, how's everybody guys doing tonight? I decided to do this video because I just need to talk about some things. And recently there's been a couple things on my mind. Like, this is the results of living in the city. Wow, it's all this shit. And for some reason on the app that I have, it's so hard to block out background sound. Like, I don't know why. I can do that, but then it'll take away my voice. So if anybody knows how to do that, drop a comment below, because I definitely need to know that. First of all, I'm fucking parched, bitch. Hold up. Anyway, before we get into the topic of the day, honey, first of all, let's talk about these lashes. I'm wearing Uptown, if you guys don't know, and if this is your first time watching me on YouTube, my name is Kelly and I own a small business, Bells Beauty, www.bellsbeauty.store, and on Instagram you can find me at bellsbeauty.shop. Okay. Also, the back of shorts that I have on are also mine right now. You can't really see because I'm not, you know, but they're Black Beauty. And I also have 3 other styles for you guys and other wearables and beauty products on my website. So let's jump right into this video. So recently, what's been on my mind was my dreams. So I don't know if anybody is like familiar with what a dreamer is. So a dreamer to me, basically, and I don't do research, I just go off of knowledge and experience. Okay, so what a dreamer is to me is someone that obviously has dreams, and they're not just any normal, like, you know, regular dreams. They actually have symbolic meaning to them. So also like a prophetic dream, meaning that you can dream something and then eventually it'll come true, maybe days, maybe weeks from now, but eventually it'll happen, even if it's years freaking later. So with that being said, the dreams that I've been having recently, to me, I don't know what they mean, and I've always been so knowledgeable when it comes to dreams, because I've been having dreams since I was young, like since I can remember, like as small as being 7 years old. So I don't know if I have any subscribers out there, or maybe just somebody who just happens to stumble upon this video, but if you are a dreamer, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and drop a comment below if you are a dreamer, or if you have any psychic abilities, if you're, you know, if you call yourself a witch or anything like that, because I think that that is so cool, and we kind of low-key got powers, even though I'm not a witch, but you know, I do feel like you know, kind of special, because it's like I see things that have come to light, you know. So It's just something that I was born with. Of course, when I start talking about creepy shit, I start hearing fucking noises. Anyway, so I was just born with this. You know, I believe that it's a gift from God. I also believe that it is somewhat 50-50, like it's a blessing and a curse, because sometimes I see things in my dreams that I don't want to see. I've seen demons, I've seen angels, I've had good dreams, I've had bad dreams, and it's just a lot of symbolism and a lot of, you know, just a lot of energy and stuff that goes into it. Sometimes you wake up in cold sweats. Sometimes I wake up crying. I've woken up screaming. Sometimes I've woken up in the middle of the night, or sometimes I'll even, like when I was a little bit younger, maybe around, I want to say 18 or 17, I used to, it'll be like the middle of the day, and out of nowhere I'll just get tired, and I know it's because God is trying to show me something, and you know, this is just a message that I need to receive, or sort of like a vision, I guess some people will call it, because technically what they say is that, or I've heard that, you're not really dreaming, it's just God showing you something, so it's more of like a vision. So I'll just get randomly tired in the middle of the day. Randomly I'll go to sleep on my bed, I'll wake up and I'll see a dream, and I'll have a dream, or you know, a vision, and then I'll wake up and I'll be like, okay God, like what does this mean? I'll pray about it. Sometimes I don't pray, sometimes I just let things happen, because I feel like you can't really stop what's gonna happen anyway, so I just kind of just let the ball roll, you know. I try to not engage myself too much into what's supposed to happen in life, I guess you could put it, because I feel like everything happens for a reason, number one, and I feel like you can't always try to alter life or other people's lives, and it's very hard for someone who isn't a dreamer, who isn't a witch, who isn't spiritually gifted. I would say it's very hard to describe certain emotions and feelings that comes with these dreams. When you wake up from those dreams, how do you feel after? Maybe some, you know, some days I'll wake up really sad, some days I'll wake up angry, and it takes up my whole day. It takes a lot of energy to come out of a dream that is just indescribable. Like sometimes you can't even speak about it, and it's hard to try to interpret that to someone else who has absolutely no knowledge of what it's like to live this lifestyle. Number one, it's very hard to express yourself, it's very hard to have friends, it's very hard to make friends. For one, I feel vibes. Like, I know a lot of people out here say, oh, I feel the vibes, and good vibes, bad vibes, oh, then I'm protecting my aura, and this and that and the third. But for someone who is spiritually gifted, it's a little bit deeper than that, because I actually feel, I can feel other people's emotions in a sense. I can feel when someone is lying, I can feel when I'm just highly intuitive. And I'm trying to describe it the best way that I can, because like I said, it's hard for me to really be descriptive with it, because I've never been this vocal. I feel like as I've gotten older, I've always been, let me not say vocal, because I've always been vocal, but to a certain extent. Now I feel like with doing YouTube, I feel like I'm gonna reach a bigger audience, because I feel like there's certain things that need to be talked about, that need to be said. And even though I've always been the type of person like, oh, I don't need to explain myself, I feel like there are things that do need to be talked about, and there are things that do need to be explained. Because I look at it this way, now that I'm older and a little bit mature, I stop looking at it as, well, just this fuck everybody attitude. I need to take into consideration that you know, God has given me his gift for a reason. I have this ability for a reason. I'm able to be vocal about it and talk about it more now for a reason. And me choosing to start YouTube and getting really into it, and starting to just, you know, express myself and share my story, I feel like that's very important. And I feel like a lot of people maybe, you know, don't like me for that, or maybe even growing up they've disliked me for that. I was bullied a lot in high school, middle school, and in elementary school, basically my entire freaking life. College was the only experience that I've had where literally nobody like talked shit about me. Like, I'm gonna be honest. And I don't know if it was because I give off maybe a strong energy, or maybe it was just because a lot of people are just either followers and I just didn't like their energy, and I just chose to be, you know, like, I just chose to be to myself. Because again, being a dreamer or being spiritually gifted, it is hard to make friends, like I said. So getting back to that point, and I didn't write any down, this is like one of the first YouTube videos where I'm just gonna talk about it because it's on my mind and I want to speak about it. So getting back to my point, growing up was kind of not hard in a way, but I guess it makes it a little bit different than a normal person's lifestyle. And I'm saying normal because it's like, what is normal, right? But the spiritually gifted people will know what I'm saying. Like, I feel like other spiritually gifted people or prophetic people know exactly what I'm talking about. And even if sometimes you can't, like, you know that saying, I think it was like back in maybe in middle school or high school, where people were saying like, oh, what's understood doesn't need to be explained. I feel like this is like one of those things, because like I said, I'm gonna reiterate, it is so hard to try to explain it. And I've learned to stay away from just certain things and from certain people. I didn't grow up in a household where, you know, I was just able to just do whatever I wanted to do, you know. Like, I kind of had a strict upbringing, and a lot of people took advantage of that. A lot of people took advantage of the fact that when I was a little bit younger, I didn't know certain things, and it wasn't until, you know, I was 18 and I moved out of home that I was exposed to certain things. So, you know, I didn't start doing, that means like certain things that younger people, I feel like when I was like 16 and 17, they were like, everybody was just drinking, smoking like it was nothing, going to parties, sleeping over at their friend's house, losing their virginity. And I just was like a virgin to like everything. And I take pride in that, number one. And number two, it did help, because it's like, if people are talking shit about you, and if you know that you're not doing those things, why be mad about it? Because you know you didn't do that, and you know that you're not sexually active at the moment, and you know this and that and the third, right? So it was like, what was the point of being mad? And getting back to the whole dreaming part of it, that, I guess in a way, this is why I say that it's a curse, because maybe I feel like now looking back at it, like sometimes I have those days where I wish that I had other friends, or I wish that I had more friends. I only have like 3 friends, and maybe that hindered me in a way, because I was so introverted and I didn't want to get to know other people. And I just always felt like I knew that there was something different about me, and I feel like not everybody deserves to get to know me. I feel like not everyone deserves to be in my life and to just absorb my energy, and, you know, to just catch these vibes. So I've just always been a closed off person. I've been very guarded especially when I was younger, and just growing up and dealing with bullying and racism. And we will talk more about that. I believe I talked about some of the racism and stuff that I went through growing up. I believe that I talked about that in a previous video. So if you haven't been on my page, make sure you go hit up my other videos. Like, even as a kid, and people judge you. People prejudge you off of looks, or off of what they hear from other people, or like rumors that other people have spread about you, lies. And they just prejudge you, and then it puts you into this shell. So I feel like I was put into a shell. I know for a fact that I was put into a shell, because I felt like, well, on top of being so introverted and being like, well, nobody deserves this energy anyway, and because she's good vibes, I was like, well, maybe nobody wants to be my friend anyway. So it's just like, whatever. I have grown up to know that not everyone is out to get you, not everyone is out to hurt you. Some people really do just want to be my friend, and maybe that's a good thing. But at the same time, I just feel like maybe that's not necessary, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times, like, I've even had people tell me, like, I'm like looking all around but like I've been around people that they'll be like, oh, you think you're Cleopatra, or you think you're psychic. Like, first of all, I never said I was psychic. I never called myself a psychic. I've never said whatever. I said I've had prophetic dreams. I've called myself spiritually gifted. I call myself a dreamer because that's what I do. Yeah, I have fucking dreams, and I do not control them. I do not ask for them. And also, another interesting story. So where was I going with this? Oh, so when I was about 19 years old, and I was in a relationship with someone else at the time, and one night we were all chilling in the kitchen, and that person's mom had a friend over. So this was a friend that she knew for like mad long. This is my first time meeting this lady. I've never seen this lady a day in my life. She never seen me. I didn't even know her name. I don't even know her name right now. And she was like an older lady, and I could tell she was like an older lady, and I could tell that she was spiritually gifted somehow. Like, I don't know if she was a witch. I don't know her gifts, and you know, to like all the extents of her gifts and everything. So I'm gonna just say that she was also a spiritually gifted person. So I just knew that right off bat. And the person I was dating at the time was actually talking to the lady, and I was just sitting there because I'm just like and so we're at the table, whatever, they're talking, and randomly I just have the urge just to communicate with this lady because I just knew that it was something, you know what I mean? Like, I knew that it was, I just wanted to talk to her for some reason. So I said, hey, like, are you gifted in any way? Like, do you have dreams? Are you able to catch vibes off people? Do you see spirits and things like that? We'll get into that in that. So hold up. So she said, yeah, how do you know? And I'm like, oh, because I can too. And she was like, oh, wait, no. And she was like, oh. And then she was like, she was like, because I feel the same thing about you. Like, I could instantly tell that you were able to have dreams, or that you're, you know, somewhat of a spiritually gifted person, psychic, whatever she said. And I'm like, okay. And then she was just looking at me, and she just like gave me like this stare, like she was just like looking into my soul, like looking at my life and shit. So I'm looking back at her, giving her the same energy, giving her the same eye contact, and she goes, did you know that you were born with a veil over your face? And I'm like, a what? And she's like, a veil, like your face was covered. And for those of you that don't, I'm actually gonna look it up. It says, in addition to all this being the psychic ability born behind the veil called bearers, because it's called either a veil or a call, or sometimes even a hood, because you can even have the veil over your eyes, or you can have it over your whole face and head. So born behind the veil called bearers are believed to possess special sensitivities, to have the ability to navigate between many worlds, to see the future, along with the psychic gift. They are also said to be natural healers, practicing via laying on of hands or doing distant healing. So basically, when you're born with the veil, you're considered special and blessed by the Trinity, and also possess like psychic abilities, and different abilities as well. So I was born with one, and it was my first time finding out about it. So later on, when I actually talked to my grandmother about it, I said, you know, just by chance was I born with it? And it was out of the blue, so she didn't know what I was talking about. And when she thought about it, she was like, matter of fact, you were. And it's crazy because as a child, my grandma always said, you know, that you're different, and I just want to let you know that you're gifted and you're not gonna have a lot of friends. Prepare for that. So she definitely prepared me for that, because, and it wasn't just me being a young child and her installing that in my brain to make me feel like I wasn't gonna have friends. So it's like, okay, you're gonna grow up and not have friends. No, this is something that is very real. It's something that is very serious. I take it very serious. I know that other people who don't have psychic abilities, they're not spiritually gifted, don't really understand. And that's okay, because everyone's different, and not everyone is here to be a healer or to be a dreamer or to have these abilities. So that's fine. But the people that do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know how it is, you know how how closed off you may be, and how it has just affected your day-to-day life. It's not easy to have these gifts and to live, I guess what other people would say, a normal life. It does make it hard sometimes. I'll have random moments of just being sad or depressed or just not wanting to be in the mood to talk to anyone. I'll get into these random moods where I'm just upset about something, and it could have been because of the dream that I had last night or something like that. So recently, again, to close off, to end this beautiful story time that I'm opening up about for the first time to people, I just want to say that it's okay if you are a dreamer, if you're a young dreamer, and if you don't know like what they may mean or whatever. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to research, do your own research about the gifts that you have. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not have friends. It's okay to only have a few friends and to not trust everybody. You shouldn't, I don't feel like anyone should be so freely to just give themselves to people anyway. You do have to create boundaries. It is hard sometimes, especially being gifted, to open up to people anyway. So if you're having trouble with that, if you're having trouble in school, it's okay to talk to other people. You can even message me, you can even DM me, you can message me. I'm here to talk. I'm here for you guys. We can have a conversation in the comments. I do have an email that I will put in the description below, where you guys can also email me personally if you guys ever have questions about anything, or if you're like struggling with bullying in school because you feel like you're just different. So I know that there are a lot of people out there that will agree with what I'm saying, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that they don't understand. They don't know what it's like to live this life. So you know, if people call you weird or whatever because you're so in tune with yourself and with like the universe and with the world, that is okay. That's perfectly fine to just be who you are. Just continue to love yourself. If you're religious, if you're a Christian or whatever, just pray about it. Even if you're not Christian, even if you know you want to pray to the universe or whatever you pray to, that is okay too. It's okay to be who you are. Just believe in yourself. Believe that you are special, you are beautiful inside and out, and you have a beautiful gift. There's nothing to be ashamed about. If people want to talk about you, let them talk. Part 2, or just talk about anything else, drop a comment below and definitely let me know. Again, all the links will be in the description. Make sure you guys go check out these lashes. I don't know. Bye.